All right. So you seen we were set, but we had some technical difficulties. But finally, my A1 since day one has joined me in the building. What's up, Crenshaw?
What's up? What's up? What up?
Oh, not much, brother. So me and Seth were talking earlier. We know with the whole offensive line, which we understand, and the secondary we get as well. We kind of feel like this defensive line is not getting the credit where credit is due. Do you agree with that, or is it right where it needs to be?
I think it's right where it needs to be. To me, the defensive line should get a lot of credit. I mean, you got Daniil Hunter coming back, Will Anderson coming back healthy. Maybe the interior is a little bit of question. Maybe that's maybe a reason why people maybe not as high, but this front is solid. I mean, the whole defense to me is top heavy. I don't know about depth wise, but it's really top heavy. Still have a lot of questions on the linebacker, and that's the side where people should question. But the front, I think the front is good, man. I think the front is going to get sacks like it did last year. Matter of fact, even more sacks because the rotation is going to be good. A second year for some in the system, a third year for some in the system. So I think they're going to eat, they're going to feast, and I can't wait for it, man.
Yeah, I agree with you too. Like, well, the thing with the defensive line, especially the end part. Well, you can say defensive tackle too, is they have the most depth on the defense, right? Like solid players, because you got guys like Derek Barnett, old dude from Chicago. I always forget his name. Everybody was ranting raving about that pickup. And then you got 6 or 7 defensive tackles that we rotate. So when it comes to depth, probably the defensive line is the most depth we're at, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you agree with that too. Yeah, like I tell everybody, Derek Barnett, anywhere else, he'd be a starter.
hmm
And so, with that being said, Kershaw, what what other than the defensive line are you most entertained by this defense?
Um, the secondary, the secondary, because we know Stingley, as long as he's on the field, he's a top two cornerback in this league. Then we just traded for CJ Gardner Johnson. He's a beast, especially when his head's on right, he's a beast. So now you got a top 10, top 12 safety, maybe top 10 safety. Now we got our rookies from last year that showed promise coming back, and Kamari and Bullock or whatever his last name is. I'm sorry about this. If those guys don't have a sophomore slump, the secondary can be better than it was last year. You know what I'm saying? Could be better than it was last year. So I think that along with the front, with the rotation, as you said, is deep, and the secondary to make this defense go from what it was last year to a top three, top four defense in this league, and that's good enough to win you an extra 2 games this year, or maybe 3 games to get you 12 or maybe 13 wins. Because to me, for this team to get to what we never seen was the AFC Championship. We won Super Bowl, but we got to take baby steps. AFC Championship, we got to be a 1 or a 2 seed because I feel like we need 2 home games to get there. I feel like 2 home games, we will get to the AFC Championship. Going on the road has not been good for us, as you've seen. We have never won on the road in the playoffs. So if our defense could be a top four, that'll give us another 1 or 2 more wins to get to where we need to go. So I'm gonna say the secondary, and like I said, just stay healthy, stay consistent, and just grow from what they did last year into this year.
Well, and a big factor too, right, is like they have to limit the big plays because
Yes.
on defense, that's what killed us the most was the big throws and the big runs. Pause. I'm surprised you didn't call me out on that. But uh, what do you think we can do to help limit the big plays?
Okay. So now we got Petrie coming back healthy. There you go, a free blitzer right there. Gonna make the quarterback throw faster than he want to throw. Get his timing off. And as we stated, earlier in the pod, the D line. I mean, those guys know how to get there. They're gonna get there, get the timing off, and then just don't fall. Like know your personnel. Unless they're rookies, but if they're veterans, Study film, know your personnel, know what they like to do. They're gonna show on film that they like to make you bait on something and hit you in a deep post. Learn your personnel, safeties, help out the DBs. Help out the DBs. And I think that alone will help us out because I know it's always a one or two plays there, a long pass, get a touchdown or get in the field goal range, and then we end up losing the game over a dumbass play. We held them. It's third and 15, motherfucker get 30 yards. I'm like, what the fuck, So I think that's what we got to do, man. We got to like this year should be a attack, attack, attack. You know, set another franchise record in sacks. Set a franchise record in tackle for losses. Set a franchise records in just quarterback hits. Make them feel us. Make them, as the movie said, remember the Titans, remember the Texans. You know what I'm saying? Remember the Texans. Let these boys know we ain't, we coming to play with them this year. Well, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna come in, hit them in the mouth. We're gonna step on throats, and just
Going for the
don't.
kill. Go.
Go for the kill. Like if the team is up, make sure you stay up. You
Mhm.
know, so that's what we got to do, man. Like, cause the fans get upset with the disrespect we get from the national media, so we got to make them, we got to earn our respect out here. Show them boys that hey, we here, we here.
Absolutely. And also too, what I think that would help the big plays is someone that you mentioned earlier, and CJ Gardner Johnson. He has that experience, and like you said, to be feared. Like he has the experience of winning, so he knows what it takes. So I think adding that to this defense is just another line of success. Like I think he's going to help Bullock. I think he's going to help Petrie. Um, what happens with Ward? We're still, the jury's still out on it. We don't know if he's going to come back. What the deal is? He's just lucky that it's Cal running the show and not his dad. Because if it was his dad, he'd be gone already. But
Mm-hmm.
so it's just and also EJ Speed, where he lacks in coverage, he produces more in tackling. So I think that would help the runs because we did get burnt by the run quite a bit. So hopefully with EJ Speed that would stop and just more depth at the linebacker because I don't know what's going on with Christian Harris. Do you?
Man, I, I Christian Harris. I don't know what the hell's going on with him. I don't know what the hell's going on with him, and we would never know because this team like to keep everything in a vacuum, sealed up. So the only way we're gonna know if he ever come out and talk and they ask the questions that we want to know. If Christian Harris out there, I mean, it's a huge plus. But in my mind, I'm going into this season like Tank. He's with us, but not with us. So we got to rely on Henry. We got to rely on Aziz and EJ and whoever else that we have on a team or someone that might get cut from another team that we can pick up to come in and help us out because it seemed like once he got the nickname Harris County, he ain't been the same.
Yeah.
He ain't been. He
Whenever
ain't.
whenever it said that he had his outing like JJ Watt did with that interception, he fell off the face of the earth hard. You know.
Hmm.
So yeah, I agree with you that too. You just gotta kind of if he shows up, good. If he doesn't, next man up, right? And that's
Yep.
what they say.
Yep. Next man up.
So Seth kind of agree with me, and I know you love to keep it real with me. That's why you're my A1. Um, I think that this defense could, on paper, could take the step of being as elite as a Legion of Boom. Do you agree, or you think that's too much? Too
Now
much to wish on?
it's not too much because we've seen this defense year by year get better and better. You have a great defensive coach in D'Amico Ryans. Um, I think I don't I can't really remember what kind of offense the Legion of Boom ran. Like what was their rankings? If the offense could help the defense out, they can be Legion of Boom or even better than Legion of Boom because they're not on the field as long. You
Right.
know, things like in that nature. Offense sustain drives, 12, 13 play drives, 7, 8 minutes on the clock, or the offense get up big. So now they got to throw the ball on us, and our defense can feast off that right there. So, but yeah, man, yeah, they could be leads the boom, man. They can be that, man, because I mean, this defense is good, man. Is really 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 good, man. It's just like I say, just get that offense right. Offensive line. Make sure
Mhm.
our quarterback is upright, man. Our receivers stay healthy. Our rookies, you ain't gonna really expect too much from them, but just don't come in scared. This isn't the Big 12 anymore. This is NFL. So just come in and do your job, run your routes.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like you said, the Seahawks offense, they weren't like terrifying, but Russell Wilson could make more than three and out, right? Like he can
Mhm.
move the ball across the first down. Same thing with beast mode. Like beast mode he was beast mode. So the offense helped. You're right. The offense helped that defense. I mean, they're probably top 15, right? Like they weren't like you said, they weren't world beating. They weren't top of the pack of offense. Like when you say great offenses, they don't come to mind.
No, but
Yeah,
they
and
had a
that
great
defense does.
they had a great run game because
Yes,
Marshawn Lynch. I mean, everyone remember Marshawn Lynch in Seattle. You don't almost remember him in Buffalo. You remember him only in Seattle
right.
because of the historic runs he had and everything. So I think that right there alone can help us out. If we know what Joe can do, if Chubb can be, he don't have to be Chubb in Cleveland because that's a Hall of Fame Chubb. Just be 70% of it, and that will help out the offense a lot because we can run that ball, like I said, control the clock. Like I said, control the clock, control the clock. The defense is going to be so good, and we could finally, you know what, we could potentially have a defensive player of the year the first time since JJ Watt. Somebody other than JJ Watt, we could have a defensive player of the year, and I think this year is for Will Anderson is to be that guy. Will Ernst could be defensive player of the year this year, but he got to stay healthy as well. He stay healthy, the sky is the limit because he's already a household name. He always has a narrative, and once you have a narrative in this league, the eyeballs on you, the voters is on you. So you gotta show who
Right.
you are. So I hope he can do it, man, because we need that. I would love to have an MVP as well. It's hard to get be MVP in this league.
We got
Love to have
robbed.
a coach.
I mean, JJ
Coach.
JJ should have deserved that MVP.
Yes,
But
over
I
Aaron
mean, the
Rodgers.
winning season. We did have a winning season, but we didn't make the playoffs. So
That's the reason why they didn't give it to him because we didn't make the playoffs that year, man. We
yeah,
went 9-7, didn't make the playoffs.
yeah, we made the
And then
playoffs.
and then
MVP was down.
it's a quarterback lead. They love quarterbacks to get it. Quarterbacks usually get MVPs. Edges usually get defense player of the year. That's why I was kind of shocked that PS2 got it last year, but it was really nobody else because once the guy in Detroit got hurt, because he would have wanted the guy in Detroit would have won defense player of the year the way he started off the year,
Yeah,
but once he got hurt, it was up for grabs.
yeah. Well, and that's the crazy thing too is if the line stays the way that like you said, if they attack, we could possibly see a Derek Stingley defensive player of the year. I mean, everybody is saying that it's PS2 by far. I don't think it's by far. I think Stingley is right behind him. I mean, a close step behind him. Yes, PS2 is the best, but I wouldn't say by far. I wouldn't say by mile. I
What
would I would say a
the
couple blocks.
okay? The only thing I would say for people that says that is that, and it's not Stingley' fault, but he could also say something. PS2 is going to hold number one.
Right,
Stingley is going to hold whoever's on his side.
right.
So it might be number two, might be number three. So that to me what separates them because if you look at last year when they played Denver, I don't. No one ate on PS2. No one ate on PS2. And he hold the best of the best of the best. So that's what to me what separates them. Like I say, it's not Stingley fault. That's what the defense is. But as a coach and D'Amico, you know what kind of potential this guy have. This guy is a tremendous talent. You draft him top three. Let him hold the best, and that will help out the rest of the defense.
Hmm.
Help out the rest of the defense. But once they know that, they're like, okay, we'll just motion him to the other side, let him go against the rookie, and or go against a linebacker, get a mismatch, and boom, we eating like that. But I really want to see I really want to see Stingley out the gate hold the best of the best. Now, speaking of the best of the best, game one we played the Rams. Okay, so who would be considered the best, Puka or Devontae Adams?
I mean, what are we based on? Career or are we based it on last season? Because if you're
Well,
basing it on last season, you got to go with Puka. I mean, even the last couple of seasons, he's been better than Devontae.
okay,
I mean, a
so
lot. It's not. I mean, some of it's not Devontae Adams' fault. The Raiders are a joke, and so are the Jets. But you know what I mean? Like you got to put up until you shut up, right? So
mhm.
I don't know, man. I would say Puka just because of recent success, but that's just me. But
Yeah,
still, Devontae is still that man. You gotta be, you know, scared of him.
yeah, you got to be scared of them. I don't know that's a tough one. You know what? Speaking of that, man, I don't know. Have we, or at least me, have we discussed the schedule?
Yeah, you were on when we discussed the schedule. I think you
We,
were.
we, we went game for game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay, because I know I
Oh,
told you.
you weren't on the show. Yeah, yeah, you weren't on. It was
Okay,
just
because I think I told you what I think the record gonna be or
yeah.
whatever.
Tell me what the record was going to be, but yeah.
Okay, 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 okay,
Well,
okay, okay.
what do you think? You think we got against the
The Rams,
yeah?
man. Okay, Rams at home. Their defense is good. I ain't gonna say really good, but it's good. Offense is good because of the system, the McVay system. Like I said, you got two good receivers, you got a good running back, and that offensive line don't have big names. It wasn't drafted high, but they know how to make it work.
You know the
So yeah, the system. So I think that's a great test out the gate for us to see where we at. But I think it still might be too much for us. So I think I'll take that one as a L. Starting off the season, a L, yeah. See, CJ's going back home and everything, and you
see,
know,
I
um,
I give us the W for because Nick Kelly knows that offense, so he's going to get the defense ready with the mindset of this is what we need to do, right? Like I know the offense, we know the offense. But A point B C D and get it attacked. And I think that's why we come up with the W.
mm, it just I'm going by um also history.
Hmm.
In the D'Amico Ryan's era, we 0 for 2 in opening day, right?
No, we're
Oh, oh yeah,
we're
we
one
won.
one.
We beat the Colts last year, so we
Yeah,
1-1.
we're
We
one.
one and
Yeah,
one.
we opened last year with Baltimore and got smoked.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Baltimore rookie year, Colts, and then this one. Yeah, I just don't. I just still feel like and the Rams won a playoff game last year. I just feel like it's gonna be too much in LA.
But here's the
Um,
thing, though, too. Like, don't. I'm not discrediting the Rams. Like the Rams are a good team, right?
mhm.
But like last year, the NFC West was kind of like the NFC South. The Niners were beat up and got a top 10 draft pick. The Falcons don't know what they're doing with Kirk Cousins and Phoenix, and the Seahawks is kind of fell off the gate, right? Like they don't have, they didn't. None of those defense scares me, if that makes sense. Unlike the Texans defense. If I was the Rams, the Texans defense would scare me.
Yeah,
So I just don't think they. I don't think they played a defense like this one. And plus, it's gotten better. So, well, it's a new year. Who knows? Me and you both could be wrong, right?
yeah, yeah. Both could be wrong. I mean, well, yeah, because if I'm wrong, then
I'm
if I'm
right.
wrong, if
Right.
I'm wrong, you're right. Yeah, it's a win. And yeah, I just me, I'm just looking at the schedule. I just feel like the first four games, I
Well,
got us going. I
I
got us
agree
going
with you.
three 3-1.
I agree with you. It's a gate. It's a great test to open the game this season with because that's
Yeah.
a good measurement. Okay, we're here. We need to be here. or we're here. We need to stay here. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
it's a good to see where it's at. The offensive line. I like. I think the offensive line is gonna be better than last year, but I think it's gonna take a couple games. I don't think until like maybe week 3, week 4, kind of like CJ's rookie year is when it finally.
Eclipse.
All right, here we go, and it's ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I say, it's tough. It's tough. I just got us going 3-1 at the gate. I would love to be 4-0, but I just got us going 3-1. I just we got to get that slap in the mouth first. Got to get that slap in the mouth, and let us know that hey, it ain't gonna be easy this year as well. But I can't wait though. It's gonna be fun, man.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I think it's all. I think it's like 10 Sundays away from football being here. Dude,
Yeah.
that's great. Our boy Ricardo Avalo says 4-0 first 4 games. I
Hey,
that's
I
the way
take it.
I got it. I got our first loss to the Ravens week 5, I think.
See,
So
and I got us beating the Ravens only because it's early in the season. The Raiders beat them last year early in the season, and I think that's the best time to play the Ravens early instead of later. And I got us beating the Ravens, man. That's
is it at home?
crazy. No, we on the road.
Okay, well that might be because at home they got our number.
Yes. Shit,
Yeah,
they got a number regardless. I think we want to beat them one time or twice ever. So they got a number regardless.
I think I looked it up. I don't think we ever them and the Vikings. I don't think we ever beat them.
I
No,
thought we got
no,
the
we did. We
Ravens
did.
once.
We did get them once. It's the Vikings and Eagles. We never beaten.
Yeah, Vikings and Eagles. Yeah, yeah.
And of course, last year we didn't beat the Vikings. We got smoked. So
Shit.
it's,
God damn. What about Green Bay? We beat Green Bay before?
yeah,
It must be one time.
the Aaron Rodgers when Aaron Rodgers took over the team first year he took over the team.
Yeah, okay. So one time, because I know they whooping our ass every time we play them.
Yeah, that's after the JJ did the
Discount double check.
discount double check. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers went off on him. It was bad, terrible. Well, Crenshaw, like in the wise words of you, this is the worst part of the show because the end. Why don't you tell everybody where we can find you? That way we support you and tell them what you got cooking.
All right, man. You can find me at Fifth Ward Crenshaw everywhere, and I'm cooking oxtails.
Cooking some. It looks like you're cooking some intelligence with that grade in your beer, brother. Getting
I,
wiser on it.
I know, man. I know.
Yeah, mine's still red. I'm okay with it. All right, and also make sure you follow our boys H Town, Honcho, Johnny Honcho, Texans T, Patterpool, and then Keno and here Ken out. We got some great stuff coming on next week. We will have Crenshaw's favorite guest of all time. We got Mr. Stan Norfleet, co-host of the Locked On Texans.
Stan the
So,
man.
yeah, so make sure you turn in. It's going to be a good one. Till then, have a good night. Stay blessed. Do not go Jason Pierre-Paul on us and blow up eating fingers off. Uh, till
All
then,
right.
stay safe. Have a good one. Good night.
Peace.
I'ma calm down. Once we chop it up, there's an H time.